Yo, 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 what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another live stream. Today we are gonna be dabbing on some Mendo. I would love to find there's my runts. My runts. And yeah, we're just gonna be enjoying it. Goddamn little pincher bugs. Look at the little pincher bug guy. Motherfucker. What are pincher bugs? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they smart? Are they stupid? What the fuck is a pincher bug? Let's look that up today. On random shit Bacon Vape's gonna learn today. Scale away. Oh, what a fucking night. I am hung over a little bit. Took a couple shots last night, and my ass don't drink. So my ass is a little slightly hungover. Get the stream up real fast. What's up? Northern Cali, Bryson, Dirty, what's up? What's up, Checo? Alyssa? What's up, Girl 420? Sipping on some motherfucking coffee this morning. Last night, you're doing Patron shots. I think I took 3. That's it. That's all it took. Yo, this coffee is on fucking point today. Like, just straight smash bros to that shit. It is delicious. Killed it. Knock it out the park. Home run. Alright, well, first dab of the day. You guys want some Mendos? Some runts? Which one? I got the runts. And we got the Mendo. No. There we go. We got a runts, we got a Mendo, we got a second runts. I like that. Runts it is. Both. That ought to do. That's a good sized morning chunk. All right. Got some runts on there. Let's get some of this Mendo on here, and you guys gonna want to get in on this gushy shit. This is gonna be a motherfucking killer. I did not take my allergy medicine yet. Fuck me. Let me clear my turp caves. Let go, baby, baby. Cheers. Shout out to Ocean for the drop down. Yet again. My man. My trusted advisor. My confidant. General of the SBNV Army. Cheers, you guys. We're gonna get all up in them guts for that melt shot. You already fucking know. Oh yeah, we're dropping all the way in now. Sheathe the katana. Oh my God, the sweats. I'm about to take my shirt off already. Woo! Fuck. Whoa. Wowie wowa. First dab of the day. Success. Successior. Goddamn. Well, I'll say that dab did its job. That was a one and done off the Mendo Runts combo. Woo! Wait! Tell you what, boy. Woof. Woof. Keeping it clean. Keeping it saucy. Let's check on some seedlings. Oh shit, hold on. Let's put on some music first. You can see it in my fucking eyes. You can see that shit in my nose, son. My nose is watering, my face is sweating. I don't know where the fuck my eyes even went. Let's get some music. I think it might be Fuck It Friday, where we just play some music and whatever fucking plays, plays. Fuck the
the copyright. That's the one I was listening to last night. That was a good mix. Let's do some coffee shop radio. Coffee shop always works good. Turn on the Bluetooth. That's not Bluetooth. Jesus. My eyes are just getting heavier and heavier. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
So you have to choose some field in which you operate at your best capacity and which will then serve as to deter all these other things that you work at. So I figured my tip here that the best I can with my truest belief. And all these other things will be affected as I desire them to be affected, as much as I can affect.
Hold on real quick. I gotta connect to the Bluetooth. It's just killing me. And my laptop's freezing on me for some stupid ass fucking reason. I didn't even know my phone was connected to that shit. I hope it didn't drop the stream. It might have. I better check. Alright, cool, it's still up. I was like, why isn't my computer connecting automatically like it usually does? It's so weird. My phone was connected to it already for some reason. Yes. So, let me clutch my fucking thoughts. Yo, that fucking Mindo runs combo just smashed me. That shit hit me with a fucking Delaware smash right now. Alright. Couple things. Whoop. Oh, well, fucking hello there, little seedling motherfuckers. I haven't done anything other than put them in here. And that's it. I haven't watered them. Look at that fucking root growth. I haven't managed the temperature or the humidity other than the AC Infinity fan. And these things are starting to take off. I guess they're finding their fucking roots, you know? And these were all the guaranteed females, which is amazing. We got an orange icy here, starting to grow pretty nicely here. I'm sure it's taking its roots in. Let's see. Yep, starting to poke out the bottom. This is another orange icy. Same shit. so they're not the most crazy root wise. I haven't even started the drip irrigation yet. So it seems like, and this is a G6 and a G6. It's a Trop Cream. There's my other Trop Cream still spitting out three leaves. Isn't that dope? Then we got some Frost Factory back here. And then a Tangy Kush. I'm just gonna probably go ahead and hit them with one more quick watering today. Like maybe like 200 mLs, and then I'm gonna let them sit again for another couple days without even touching them. And I'm gonna probably see about getting some more light in here, or flipping this around so that there's more light on this front side versus just on that back side. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more spread. See how much light is out on that wall? It goes like up to right here. Now if I twist this light a little bit, you can see where the light drops down to. You can see the line of it, the light move, you know? So I want to move that line to about right there instead of up here. Just shift some of the light over. Let's check on the clones. I have not checked on them in a couple days. Wifey's birthday yesterday, so I stayed out of the garden. I stayed off of work. Hung out with the wife and kids. So let's check on him. Mendo. I still need to transplant like 2 of these into the big room today to fill some spots. Hopefully. Oh yeah, we're still gravy baby in here. But gonna need to transplant these for sure. So I'll go ahead and transplant maybe like 3 of these. That way I can pick the best 2. And they're gonna probably have a small amount of catch-up to do, but not a whole lot. So I'm gonna start letting these air out here. I mean, they've already been hardened off, so. These are the aloe clones that I was trying to fuck around with. These are the caked up cherries. Looking like they need to rehydrate. This is I want to say day 6. Oops. Oops, put that the wrong way. And we'll just let those fucking chill for a few more days, and when I come back, they should have roots. I'm basically just trying a bunch of different rooting techniques to try and dial in what works for me. So that's going good. Those are going good. I'm probably gonna move those over since they're the biggest ones right now. and move some of the smaller ones into the center. This is not from my phone, this is from my GoPro. But I have a Galaxy S10 Plus. Oh, I've been trolling myself on Top Chat here. So, I did a little experiment in here. I wanted to check something because the Mendo breath, for whatever reason, they weren't happy, right? They weren't feeling the love. And I'm like, why? Why is Mendo not feeling happy when I got these fucking alien OG over here? You know what I'm saying? Doing their damn thing. Perfectly fine. So why is it that these alien are doing good and these aliens are picking up, right? But the Mendos are looking sad as shit. And so I fucked around with temperature, I fucked around with lighting, I fucked around with everything. Your sister, your mama, fucked it all up, dog. And you know what? It was the goddamn dry back. They like to be dry. They like to be really dry. In fact, Trollmaster is telling me the cube I'm measuring over there is at 16%. I feel like that's a goddamn lie. Because my Taros is telling me that that one is at 38.9%. And it just hit a 4.04 pore water EC. I haven't given these things anything other than 2 EC nutrient solution. Okay? 2 EC was what they got. But I haven't watered them in 2 days. No, I take that, yeah, 2 days now. So, that dry back that happened in the medium caused the pore water EC, which is the actual EC available for uptake to the plant. It increased it from 2.3 up to just now 4 EC. And all of these plants additionally have increased their vigor, their color, their overall look. As you can see, all of these stems were reddening and they should not be. And I'm like, it can't be humidity and temperature. My VPD is on point, leaf surface temperature is on point, there's no pest, blah 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 blah. They needed the dry back. Okay, they needed that dry back to spike that EC. Now that one feels like it's more around the 15-20% mark as far as moisture content just by hand. This one's more around the 30, maybe 40. This one that Trollmaster is on, I could feel that feels like a 20. But I mean, the structure on it is fucking tits. The stacking on these is tits, and they're doing good. Now they're fucking perking up, and you can see the structure on these changing, and the color is back where it should be. Start pulling off this old growth that looks ugly. And in a couple days, these are going to look like completely different plants. Nobody's going to recognize them. So there's a couple things to talk about with this, right? I mean, what's going on when you do a dry back like that? When you don't water for 2 days and you take your water content from around 70, 75 down to, you know, your 30% mark, is a couple things happen. Your roots are going to start searching out the water and dig down more. They're going to start searching out the nutrients and go for the lateral growth. You're going to get that EC spike, which is going to increase the overall concentration of nutrients available to the plant, which can help with a lot of things, right? So in my case, the plants weren't really wanting to take off and do much. Now when I dried them back, it encouraged them to grow more, which spiked the EC as well and made them have a higher available nutrient solution available, right? It's like jump starting a car, basically, you know? That initial dry back. I wish I would have done it sooner, but I didn't. So you can see like some of these were still a little droopy. And some people would be like, oh, droopiness, that's overwatering. Some of these, like, I didn't even water. I just stuck them in the cubes and let them sit. I gave them one irrigation. All of them got one irrigation, you know? Like this one, I'm probably gonna pull a clone from the other room to replace this. This one's a two-headed bitch. It would be nice if it would, you know, actually grow well though. Like this little thing down here is cute and all, but this ain't ever gonna do shit. Taken away from the big bitch. And I'm deciding, I don't know if I'm gonna top these at all, or I might do one tray topped and one tray not topped. I'm running a pretty good plant count, so that way I can just come in and hopefully super crop the tops and then let all the other ones catch up, and it'll be a big, nice, even canopy, you know? So, now that I see how it reacted to the dry back, I can start figuring out where exactly it likes the moisture content to hang out at, because the dry back is only one part of the equation. The other part is, you know, where you actually maintain your water content percentage at. And some cultivars really don't like to be wet. They like to be a little bit drier. And some fucking cultivars really like to be more moist. And it seems like this one prefers to be on the drier side, so. And it seems like the Alien doesn't really give a fuck, and it'll be okay with whatever I do. So I'm gonna cater to the Mindo, and of course there's more Mindo in this room than anything, so I gotta cater to it anyways. So I'm thinking probably for this cultivar, instead of running like my usual 60 to 70% saturation point throughout veg, I am going to keep it around the 20 to 40% mark throughout veg, while trying to maintain, you know, anywhere between a 3 to a 5 EC in the medium. And that'll be through targeted dry backs. Yeah, I think this one's gonna get replaced. And I think there's one over there. I'll probably replace that one over there. And yeah, that one right there. So I'm gonna replace those two. Plus I needed 2 more. I'm gonna go ahead and transplant like fucking 6 or 7 of those. So trying to make it so you could read this shit. It's so fucking hard to get the lighting right on this. See, 38.9%, 79 degrees, 4 EC. Be interesting to stick the Taros into the same cube as the Trollmaster. I think we should go ahead and do that, huh? But I need to I'm gonna do some custom calibrations on this probably on Monday, specifically for these quick drain cubes, because you could do custom calibrations to make it more accurate. And I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna make it as accurate as possible for the specific cubes that I'm using. You know what I'm saying? And then that way I have the best possible results. So, man, those Alien are already just fucking, I love the structure on those. Look at the fucking structure on those Aliens. Like, these are gonna be fucking easy to work with. Side branching, all this side branching is gonna catch up in no time. One little super crop right here in the center and bam! The Mendo are looking like the same thing too. A little pinch in the center or a super crop and then bam! I guess I could leave that open for now. Don't matter. I told you on Instagram that I don't have stuff available in Colorado. Neil? What's up, Mad Cats? Nope, not gonna top. Gonna super crop them. So if you guys have been following me for a minute, you might have seen somebody that I admire
I do not admire a lot of growers. All right, call me fucking what you want to call me. There's not too many growers besides, you know, your mainstream growers that really just blow my fucking head off. All right, and Josh Newlinger is one of them, and he pulls 4 pounds per light or more consistently across multiple legal facilities, indoor facilities in California, right? Northern and southern. He does outdoor as well. I mean, this dude's he's a horticultural legend as far as I'm concerned. And his methodologies are based in peer-reviewed science and proven practices and results that have been recorded and scrutinized. And anyways, so I'm following kind of more or less his method, which is you establish the correct frame or structure for the plants and veg, such that you only have to do minimal training in order to facilitate the easiest, highest yielding grow possible. And basically that entails running the proper plant count, the proper training for those plants, and then hitting them with the right environment and nutrients to encourage the type of growth that you specifically want, as well as the intensity of said growth. He is one of the foremost like cutting edge practitioners of cannabis crop steering, and it's ridiculous, man. So he's the one that I learned that because of my setup, I could and most likely would have to push at minimum 5 to 6 EC in the medium to not only like make the plant happy, but just barely to make it happy, right? And as you can see, I'm in veg, and if I monitor my actual medium EC, it's at 4 EC, and those plants are barely starting to get happy. You feel me? I'm gonna post a link to his page right now, you guys. So it's just like he's the one that put me onto that shit and set me in the right direction. And ever since then, I've been exploring with it and experimenting and learning. And man, you guys want to learn some crazy shit? This dude pushes 5 to 7 EC in veg, or at least for vegetative crop steering, 5 to 7 EC, and 8 to 10 EC in the medium pour water EC, okay, for generative crop steering. And this is it's amazing, because if you look at how he does it and manipulates it, it's so controlled, and you can't crop steer without climate steering. No, P2 guy, no, that's John Slab. No, John Slab doesn't give out free information. Josh Newlinger does, because he understands that information should be given out for free, because not everybody's going to be able to grasp it and execute on it the same way as you. So you should share that information, and nobody's going to make progress by hoarding information. You know what I'm saying? So that John Slab guy, I get it. He's a consultant. He's doing his thing, making money. But I tried to chop it up with him, and I even broke it down and told him, like, I have a really good understanding of crop steering. I don't really need help. I just wanted to chop it up with you. You know what I'm saying? And
You know, if you want a little money or whatever, fine, but I'm not gonna pay like a full consultation because I understand this shit already. And he didn't really want to fucking talk to me. He wanted money. Yeah, he has a crazy irrigation system. Yeah, John Slab, I wouldn't say he's a dick. I would just say that I think that he's a little bit arrogant and he's a little bit foolish in thinking that the information that he has is some type of proprietary information that he's going to be able to hoard. The information that he has is just basically his understanding of crop steering, and that's it. Everybody has their own understanding and practices for it, and no offense to John Slab, but Josh Newlinger fucking rapes his results in the ass 10 times over and is 10 times more humble about it and doesn't come off as a condescending info hoarder who doesn't want to spill the beans. Like, he goes in depth on people's comments on other people's pages and goes in depth to explain shit without even being asked. He just, boom, drops knowledge bombs. I have so many comments screenshotted that I've come across from him in random comments that were just knowledge bombs, just gold mines. You know what I'm saying? Dig through every single one of his posts. Look, I'm gonna put you on game. And Mad Cats, I gotta stop and show you some love. I appreciate you coming in and letting me know that, dog, because you know what, you have been around for a long ass time and you've seen the fucking constant evolution, so I appreciate it, man. But yeah, man, check this out. You want one of the biggest level ups? Here's how I leveled up. Alright? So the SBNV level up came from me always having been the research type and having dug for more information than I may have been ready for. I may have been in a tent, but I was researching how to do things on another level. I may have been in a little room, but I was researching how to do things on another level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never limited myself to the amount that I tried to learn and understand. So by the time I was 2 years into growing, I already did so many fucking different experiments and tried so many things for my own self that I got to see what did and didn't work. And then, you know, as far as the he said, she said, side by side shit, I found out for myself for most of that. And then on top of that, I got to find out what was effective and efficient for my grow room and my grow style and my lifestyle. So just because there might be a general consensus as far as the best way to do something, that doesn't mean it's going to be best for you. So it's not only about finding the best way to do something, it's about finding the best way to do it in your situation. So I was always about that. And then I just started fucking looking at people that were doing better than me, and instead of bugging them and asking them questions and shit, I legit would just go and find something, and if I didn't understand it, it gave me another subject to type into Google and then look up information about it and try and learn about it. So if I saw something in a forum post that said something about 24 hours of darkness before you flip, and then, all right, let me go Google that. Why? Where's the research? Where's the science behind that? You know what I'm saying? I did that type of shit. And then more importantly, I went through the people that were proven in doing it with that same science-based background and followed what they had to say. And I used what they had to say as starting points for my research so that I can get
a scientific understanding the same way that they did. So that's why I go through people like Josh's page for growing shit and irrigation shit, like as far as fertigation, and I try and understand or get shit that I don't understand. Nowadays it's even more, not to sound cocky or arrogant, because there's still a shit ton of stuff I don't know, but now it's more uncommon for me to find things that I don't know, right? So when I find things that I don't know or I've never heard of, I get really excited and I just go balls deep and research it, because it's like I'm all over at the beginning again, getting to be excited about learning about this new cannabis and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So, or if I find some new information that advances something that I thought I previously understood and it changes the way that I understand it, I get excited about shit like that. So I try to find people that could give me starting points to learn more, and then if I need to get a better understanding of it, the only way to get an understanding of something is to do it yourself. So before you start bugging people about anything, if you haven't fucking tried it, go try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, how do you like this? Well, how do you like that? Well, that's irrelevant because that's pretty subjective. Why don't you go try it and see how you like it, and then come back, and then we can both talk about it, because I tried it, you tried it, and now we can talk about it together, and we have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know, so there's just, that's the level up, you know. Went through Josh's page, go through Mango Tech's page. Mango Tech doesn't do perfect builds. I learned the hard way. I copied too much of Mango's stuff, and a lot of what he does is just on the fly and what's available to him, and you know what I'm saying, it may not be the best way. So I've redone a lot of the shit that I learned from Mango, but at the same time, I also learned a lot of my basics of how to set up this style of grow room, this commercial style at home, from watching his builds and his partner builds, you know what I'm saying? So there's that, and then people like Humble Gardens, Plum Dog Millionaire, you know, people like that, screenshot it, save their shit, go back and look at it later, and you can see how to set up all these crazy systems, you know what I'm saying, and you have a reference point. My rosin, sometimes if it needs to be cured, if I hear any sizzling in the rosin after I press it, I mean if there's still excess moisture and it needs to be cured. If there's no excess moisture in there, there's no sizzle or crack on the banger when you dab it fresh press, it doesn't need to be cured, and you don't need to cure it at all. You can whip it and then cold store it with the lid on. So if your newt's filed up, man, Hemp Tech, be honest, bro, I've fought the good fight for many, many, many years as far as running bennies and all that other shit. And it totally depends on your medium, but in Rockwool, I'm going 100% sterile this round. I'll be running Xeritol in the res to feed the plants, in the medium to keep it any bad bacteria, any bacteria at all, really, from growing, algae, etc. And then I've been top feeding, like, you know, my beneficial bacteria mix to keep things at bay, right? Because I like to. And I'm gonna stop doing all of that and just run 100% sterile once I have the Xeritol going. I'll be running Sanidate to sterilize the reservoir in between grows, and then the Xeritol in the res to feed the plants throughout grows. So that should keep all bacteria away. This last run in between grows, I had a bad bacteria because of the dry down in the reservoir. I'm not trying to deal with that anymore. I gotta fucking clean out that res now before I can feed all these plants, and like, it's annoying. I'm not trying to deal with that shit. So I'm gonna run sterile. I'm gonna see how the results come out. I'll get a lab test done,
and then I'll do the same thing with bacteria as a side-by-side, where I'll go through and I'll hand feed half the room, top feed with the beneficial bacteria. I'll see if it makes any difference. I understand it may not have a chance to colonize if I'm running the Xeritol. So I may have to work something out there where one side of the room gets fed, you know, sterile, and one side doesn't. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Talking about homogenizing it, Joe, when you mix it all together. Where did music go? Oh yeah, turn it down. Sorry, I checked some work shit real quick. Have I found peer-to-peer studies or white papers on microbes and hydro? So there's never really been, to my understanding or research, an actual like study done, like a real legitimate one done. But I don't think that the debate is really hydro and microbes. I think the debate is more so the ability to run certain sterilizers like hypochlorous acid, things like that, that claim that they can be ran in companion with microbes. I think that's where the testing needs to be done, because in a slow drip system like what I have, if I wanted to run microbes, there's no problem. They'll colonize and the rock wool just fine all over those roots, because I'm not getting a ton of runoff and I don't have a really fast drip through there, so they're going to be able to colonize. They're not going to get flushed out like all these people say. The real issue comes with, what else am I having in the water? Do I have any type of hydrogen peroxide, citric acid? You know what I'm saying? What's the concentration of the hypochlorous acid? Etc. So I think really that's kind of going to be where more of the studying comes in at, and maybe establishing a baseline of the efficiency and effectiveness of specific strains of bacteria in hydro. I think Tribus is a good contender for a study like that because it's such a concentrated form of bacillus, which has already been proven to be very effective in rock wool growth mediums. So if you take a Tribus type concentrated bacteria and you establish a baseline of, if you run 10 different cultivars 10 different ways, and you do a side-by-side of Tribus in all of those scenarios versus non-Tribus, and you get lab results from all of them, what's the results going to say, right? Are all of the various environmental controls and growing styles and environments, are all of those going to, you know, unanimously say that the Tribus results provided a higher terpene profile, a higher yield, or anything, right? That's kind of like establishing a baseline where we can say yes, it guaranteed is going to make a difference if applied in the proper format, right? Because you can't just be fucking pumping microbes in but washing through your medium every day and getting 20% runoff. You're going to be washing out your bacteria before they have a chance to colonize, as well as most likely you're gonna probably be running other shit in your res, I'm assuming, so you got to be careful of that, right? But yeah, Dirty dropping some knowledge right there. So yeah, Bacillus, like we talked about, big time. But you know, it just, I think we need to establish a baseline that says, okay, the established average yield gain, the established, oh fuck me, what was that? Jesus. Just pull my own fucking hair on my chair or what? You know what I'm saying? We need to have those types of tests done across multiple gardens. That way we can have those lab results to look at and say, all right, you know, the average yield gain was 10%. The average terpene gain or loss was this, etc., etc. And then maybe we have some baselines to go by and say, okay, based on this study, we're able to see that in a hydroponic environment, if applied this way, but it has to be all very specific, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I think that a lot of people struggle with finding the balance, including myself, in running microbes while also running sterile. When you get to the pressure compensated drippers, where you're making sure all of the irrigation is as dialed in as possible, it's damn near impossible to run microbes in the reservoir. Unless you're running like a dosatron system where it's injected right then and there and then sent to its destination. If those microbes start colonizing in the reservoir at all, you run into serious issues where your filter between your reservoir and your pump is going to start getting a beneficial bacteria colonization on it, and it's not going to allow as much flow through the filter, and you end up having to clean the filter like every fucking day or every other day, which is just not feasible when you have an automated irrigation system. You shouldn't have to do that. So it's very difficult to run microbes in the reservoir pre-mixed. It has to be like dosatron injected, or you're pretty much just going to be fucked. And then the moment that you let that irrigation system dry out, those beneficial bacteria can be turned anaerobic and become bad bacteria, and you get it wet again, and now you've just introduced pathogens and bad bacteria into your system. So it's like, do you want to even bother running microbes in the irrigation at all? And the answer is fuck no, you don't. You really fucking don't. Once you get to an automated system or a certain size room, fuck no. It's a pain in the ass, it's a hassle, it's a big liability. It's better to run sterile. And then that's where you get into the whole, if you're a believer of microbes and running, you know, synerganic, or as some people call it, then do you want to run your microbes hand fed or like hose feed through the top, or do you just want to run sterile? And I think the science-based background in me is like, drop all the microbes, establish a good baseline running sterile, and then add microbes back and see if there's a difference. I don't know that the differences that I've noticed in root growth and things like that are going to necessarily translate over to yield and terpene gains. It's something that needs to be tested more. Yeah, so the Roots Accelerator silver bottle, that's the one that I've been teaching you guys about for years. If you go back in any of my old grow videos, that's what I used to run. I swapped it out just recently for this one little bottle of the Elite 91 Roots because I wanted to see the difference for myself. Elite 91 Roots, in my experience so far, ain't got shit on the House and Garden Roots Accelerator silver bottle. Trust me. Why not foliar feed microbes? You can, and there is a benefit for that. It helps deter pests. It's a beneficial relationship for the leaf surface. However, it doesn't do anything for the rhizosphere, which is where a lot of these synergistic relationships between the microbes and bacteria form to help you with your root uptake, immuno response and defense, things like that. But it needs to be in the rhizosphere in order for the roots to take advantage of that symbiotic relationship that helps them thrive over a non-microbe environment. So real quick, I know I posted the link to Josh's page, but I wanted you guys to just see it for yourselves real quick from me. Again, for those of you that haven't already seen it, I don't like the yerba mates, but you know, whatever. That's a fucking doink right there. Okay. Let's see. Let's just stop and look at that. He doesn't top. He doesn't do anything. He just flips them. And he gets fucking spears. Like perfect rows of spears. Look at that. Perfect rows of spears. And then everything else is right below the net. Chunky as fuck. All of his side branches. You know what I'm saying? I'm like zoomed in. If I back up, you can see the rest of the garden. So you can see the rest of those colas are just huge too. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of uniformity that makes managing a room super fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? Look, and you guys want to talk about quality. This shit is frosty as fuck. This is Willie's Kush video. This is Slurricane. And then the rest is all Willie's. Man. This dude fucking kills it. No training, bro. No training. He doesn't defoliate. He doesn't do anything. Look at that. People are like, oh, you guys get yield, but it's boof. No, nigga. No, it's not. And he's not growing with LEDs in that room. That's HPS. You know, his LED rooms are fucking murdering too. Like here's, let's see, did he have any in there? Nah. Look at these fucking spears. There's straight doinks in there. And then look at his dry backs. Look at this shit. This is his R&D room right here. So you can see this is water content. As the water content goes down, the EC goes up, right? These are the first couple waterings of the day right here. You can see he does one watering right here to start the day. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. This is the type of shit that you have to pay attention to. If you're not looking at shit like this, if you just skip over this and don't pay attention to the actual readings, analyze the fuck out of this chart. There might not be numbers on it, but let's look and see what we can learn just from looking at this with no numbers on it. All right, check this out. So just looking at this, we can see that here's the initial dry back overnight into the morning. So he does one watering, and then right after that, as soon as he starts getting a little bit of dry back, 1 to 2% probably, boom, another big watering. That boosts the saturation in the cube even more. So you can see as the saturation in the cube goes back up, the EC is going to come back down. So he does one, let's establish how many he does till he hits full saturation, okay? So there's 1, 2, it looks like 3, and maybe 4 waterings. And then he hits full saturation for the day. And then every time that he gets, you know, a couple percent in dry back, he waters again to keep it at full saturation, right? Which keeps the EC, you know, right where the input of it is, okay? So if he's feeding at 2 EC, right? Now he brought the fucking EC in the cube down as he brought the medium up. Cube starts to dry back right here a little bit. The EC is rising. He increases watering some more. It brings the EC back down to your input value. And then you get your last watering of the night. The plants start to dry back, right? You can see the lights turn off right here. This is the lights, I'm assuming the orange. So the lights turn off, and then boom, dry back starts happening. He does his last feeding a couple hours before the lights turn off. So that way they can start drying back. So they dry back throughout the night. The EC rises. And then in the morning, the lights turn on right here. And then he goes into this all over again. So, what did we learn from all of that? Well, fuck, we learned a lot. We learned that he only does about 4 or 5 waterings to get his, you know, his full saturation up for the day. And if we look at kind of, you know, this time span, we can see that by the middle of the day, he was already at full saturation, like way before the middle of the day. He hit full saturation probably, it looks like maybe maybe 2 or 3 hours into the day, he hit full saturation. So that's probably every half an hour he's watering right here. That's what it looks like. Every half an hour, a couple big waterings in the morning, get your saturation up, get your EC down, and then boom, go smaller waterings for the rest of the day. So that was a fuck ton to learn from looking at a chart with absolutely no numbers on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a Dabberoni after that real quick. Dabberoni. Sorry, I get all geeked out over shit like that, so I had to do it. So, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys. I can log it to a computer and all that. And when I hook up that sensor to my main data logger that I'm building, I'll be able to have those graphs like that 24/7. But I mean, that's the type of shit that I do. I come across shit like that, and to me, that shit's a gold mine. That shit was like, you know how much I just learned right now? crazy how I read that chart. I mean, I don't know, bro. You just it's hard to explain it. That's what I do. My whole life has been data analysis. So people ask what I do for a living. My 9 to 5, I do IT security consulting. I was in the Air Force for 7 years, active duty, and almost everything that I did involved heavy duty analytics of some sort. So it's crazy. The typical EC for salts is, there is no typical EC for salts. I would say, to give you the most generic answer I could, if we're talking strictly cannabis, I've seen everything from 1.5 EC all the way up to 11 EC. That's me personally. It's really, it's a huge combination of a bunch of different shit that goes into it, so we won't even go there. So, grow by feel has always been like a good thing for me. Go with your gut, use your eyes, be visual, be present, but at the same time, having an empirical value to something, having a number, a data point associated with it, helps you correlate that information better. So, for example, when you go in and a very, very, very simple explanation of this is, if you go into your garden every day and you were to say, all right, I think the plants look good, or today they look great, or today they don't look that great. Now, if you were to go in and reassign values or data points to those, right, numerical data points, you can then say, okay, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being it looks fucking fantastic, the best it could, and 0 being the worst it could. Now tell me, how does it look? And you give me a number. I can work with that number now, right? So if you tell me it looks like a 7 out of 10, now I have a numerical data point that I can associate with other data points in the room, like the environment, the growth state, the growth cycle or stage, right? What day it's on, the lights, all of those different data points that we collect. And now I can correlate with the data point we just assigned to your plant's health, and we can create a trend, and we can say, okay, on this day the plant health didn't look good, it was assigned only a 6 out of 10, where normally it's like a 9. What the fuck happened the whole week prior to that happening, that change? And you can go back and see, all right, it was a 9, 9, 9, then it was an 8 and a 7. Oh shit, what changed? Now I can go back and look at my other values, see what changed there with the room, the irrigation. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about data correlation and being able to assign a statistical value to something. So taste the runoff, 4.2 EC, yup. Yeah, man. Oh shit, I hit 10,000. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. 10K subs. Let's go to my page. It might be lying. I might be at like 9,999. I wanna know. I wanna know what love is.
Where's my fucking actual number at? Let me go to the YouTube studio. Oh shit. 10,004. Plus 250 subs in the last 28 days. My views have gone up 10%. My watch time has gone up 21%. And thank you all for the amazing donations via Super Chat and everything else. I greatly appreciate it. The revenue is coming in now through the memberships. So that's cool to see. I appreciate you guys big time. Big time. And I'm gonna keep on fucking pumping out content as much as I can for you guys. I think this daily dab is something special we got going. It's something that I think as a membership platform we can really get a lot accomplished together. You guys bringing your Q&A and making the chat, you know, really interactive and getting the chat popping is big time. Payment was going to Ireland? The fuck? 808, hit me up on Instagram, bro. I'll try and take care of it for you. I should have access to the Patreon payments and I can refund it for you. Check it out. Probably take care of it right now. Maybe. What is your name on there? And if it didn't go through, I may not be able to see it because I'm only going to have access to the people that are patrons, so I may not be able to see that shit. Huh. Fuck, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you, brother. That's some weird shit. Probably gonna have to go through your bank for that. I'm sorry, man. Patreon is Irish. It's cool. Let's get some more of this runts. Because the runts just hits me like a fucking ton of bricks. It will kill. Let go, let's get it.
That was delicious. That was fucking delicious and smooth. Snap that one. Fantastic. Alright, you guys, I got some errands to run. Yeah, I got some errands to run. We're gonna go ahead and when I come back, I'm gonna mix up some fresh newts for these plants, and I'm gonna give them one good feeding, probably about 200 to 300 mLs per plant. And we'll go ahead and get these seedlings in here fed the same exact shit, all that good stuff. And we'll be back later this afternoon.